Today on ELN Morning.
Refusing to remain silent. A petition against noise complaint charges gaining more than 3,000 signatures and counting.
Controversial conversations, how one residential neighborhood is using comfort food to bring their community together.
And an exclusive look at the spring dance concert Chroma, how students on and off stage are preparing.
All that and more.
ELN Morning starts right now. Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Lynn.
And I'm Brian Ray.
We began this morning with students on campus raising awareness on the potential impact that a natural gas pipeline might have at Elon. The proposed Mountain Valley Pipeline Southgate extension is a 73-mile-long natural gas pipeline with a delivery point in Alamance County. The proposed pipeline would cost nearly $500 million and come within 6 miles of Elon's campus.
The Board of Commissioners for Alamance County passed a resolution stating their opposition for the pipeline extension over concerns of environmental and financial stability.
We are joined by Senior Environmental Studies major Miki Solomon, who's proposing a resolution to SGA tonight against the pipeline extension. Miki, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So what is your main concern with this possible pipeline?
For sure. So definitely with this pipeline, there's going to be a lot of potential water quality hazards, both within the watersheds of the Roanoke, and Dan County. And there's also going to be potential destruction for a lot of habitat wetlands. And of course, just with the pipeline proposed to be coming within 6 miles of Elon's campus, there's just going to be an overall detrimental health of well-being of the environment for both the community and Elon's students.
So why did you get involved with the pipeline?
Yeah, so I think just being an environmental studies student, that is kind of my passion and line of focus. But when I kind of heard more about how the impacts would just greatly affect the community, it was kind of something that I knew I couldn't really sit back and just watch happen. I really wanted to kind of take action and do the most that I could to kind of do what I can to stop this.
What is your hope for proposing the resolution tonight?
I'm just really hopeful that Elon's student body government can just kind of see the importance of why passing this resolution is needed, and hopefully be able to hear my concerns and other students, and hopefully be able to pass the resolution that opposes the pipeline. And I also think just with Alamance County Board of Commissioners also passing a unanimous resolution will also kind of be a nice stepping stone as well.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
ENN contacted Sean Day with MVP Southgate for more information, but he denied our request for an interview. Instead, he sent a statement that said in part, quote, "The project team is committed to working with local, state, and federal officials to ensure potential impacts related to construction are minimized," end quote.
Students and parents are upset this week about a modification to the Town of Elon noise ordinance. A petition with almost 4,000 signatures seeking to change the ordinance has been circulating social media this week.
The ordinance was passed by the Board of Aldermen in January, but the petition was created just hours after ENN published an article detailing the ordinance on Monday. Our Selena Guevara has the story.
I think that we tend to read the headlines and not the details.
A tougher stance on noise complaints. The fact that police are no longer required to give a warning before writing a citation is interpreted by some students as a major setback to Elon party culture.
It hurts the school more than anything in my mind, because if word gets out about this to potential new parents and to new students, people might not want to come here, because if I'm going to be frank here, kids won't stop partying.
But what's not in the headline is that last year, town police went to one address 30 times without issuing a single citation. Alderwoman Emily Sharp says she thinks the police will still be fair to students.
I don't think that we should be required to give a warning, but again, I don't think that means we won't. I think it just means that it's going to give the police department a little more flexibility, that if there is a repeat offender or someone who's being excessively loud or obnoxious, that they don't have to be given a warning.
In 2018, there were more than 400 noise complaints in the town of Elon, leading to only 1 citation. So far this year, there's already been 5 citations. Elon Jr. and member of the Kappa Sigma fraternity Logan Marcus started the petition because he thinks the ordinance punishes partying.
It's most organizations at the school that have off-campus parties, so it's really not just about the fraternities, it's about the sort of social scene of the university as a whole.
And he says he plans on engaging with town government in the future.
I just don't think students really realize that we can go to the meetings and speak our mind.
Selena Guevara, ELN Morning.
Sharp is one of the 5 members of Elon's Board of Aldermen who unanimously voted to pass the ordinance change. She says she's always happy to talk and glad students are engaging with the town. We have more on our website.
Today is the last day to vote in the Student Government Association elections. Polls will close at 5 p.m. and the winners will be announced at 6. If you'd like to cast your vote, log on to Phoenix Connect. We'll continue to follow this story online and on our evening show this Monday at 6. And a conference highlighting women in the audio industry is coming to Elon this weekend. The conference is a year in the making. Panelists and guest speakers from all over the East Coast will be sharing their insight this weekend. Elon Senior Lauren Fisher is the marketing director for the event and says this conference is needed because of the disparities between men and women in the audio industry.
We want people to learn not only technical skills that these women can teach them, but also just a little bit more about what they can do, no matter if they're male or female, what they can do to kind of help change the industry for the better.
If you're interested in attending the conference, it starts Friday at 8 a.m. in Arts West and continues through Saturday.
From acorns, tomato basil to Lakeside's chicken noodles, soup is a fan favorite of many students at Elon, and East Neighborhood is taking full advantage of that with their event, Soup and Society. Our Kate McIntyre has more on the purpose of the event.
A warm bowl of soup can make just about any situation better, and East Neighborhood has used an event called Soup and Society to bring residents together that have difficult conversations. Community Director Sylvia Wade says the goal is to have a space for dialogue.
So much of being involved in your community and being active is being unafraid to have those conversations and have the tough conversations and be able to walk away from those and being able to positively impact your community.
There have been 3 Soup and Society meetings covering immigration, racial relations, and gender equality. Wade says that perspectives of these topics were shared to enrich students' understanding of their views and others.
I just desire to create a conversation where you necessarily don't have to come to the conversation with a lot of education, but you need to be able to share perspective and listen to others.
Students of East were able to share their experiences in small groups about the topics. Sophomore student Jordan Williams thinks it is important to have these discussions in this setting.
I think that it benefits the conversation because it's like a safe space to have that conversation and to have that talk.
For Williams, it's the atmosphere that eases the tension.
I think having it be something catchy like Soup and Society makes it sound a little less intimidating than it would be, oh, I'm going to have a discussion on race. It's like, no, I'm going to go eat soup and talk about something, and it takes some of that edge off.
Hoping to build bridges and connect the community over something that brings us all comfort. Kate McIntyre, Elon Local News.
For the full story of this event, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And if that last story made you want a warm bowl of soup, we have the perfect recipe for you after the break.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Ryan Spring is 5 days away finally.
Oh, Megan, I'm so excited.
Finally got to pull out some sunny colors, just a little cooler. And we have our Baylor Rodman live outside in Citron Plaza. Baylor, is this warm weather going to stick around? What's coming up?
Thank you guys, Megan and Brian. I am out here on Citron Plaza, where currently it is a beautiful day. Spring has sprung here at Elon. The sun is out. We are expecting a high of 75 and a low of 62. So make sure you come out and enjoy the sun. It's going to be a nice one. Moving into your Phoenix 5-day forecast, we have a high of 73 tomorrow and a low of just 42. We are expecting some rain and thunderstorms in the area, though, so you might need your umbrella. Coming into Saturday, we have a high of 58 and a low of 33, so some pretty nice weather for your Rising Phoenix weekend. And again, sunny, partly cloudy. Sunday through Tuesday, we're looking at a high of 54 and a low in the low 30s. Sunny, partly cloudy. We got a good week coming up just before spring break. That's your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Back to you guys in studio.
Thanks, Baylor. Brian, with that rain coming on Friday, I might have to sneak in one more round before it gets too warm of Acorn's tomato soup. As we said earlier, we'll have that recipe online on our website, and you can also check out our YouTube Elon News Network.
Yes, and while some may think teamwork is only for the football field, others find it on the stage. Tonight is the opening night of Chroma, the Elon Dance Department's spring concert. Take a look.
Lights, costumes, and choreography are some of the things you see when you go to a show. But what you may not see is the teamwork behind it all. Artistic director Renee Aumiller is new to her role for this year's spring dance concert. She says without the behind-the-scenes work, the show wouldn't come to life.
There's this energy that has been created and cultivated by the faculty and students, and the wide array of experiences that the audience can have just by showing up is something that I think is really unique and exciting.
Elon sophomore Jenna Kulox has been dancing since she was 8 years old. She says she thinks most people don't recognize the work that goes behind putting on a show.
Oftentimes my friends will always ask me, you know, why can't you hang out? Like, why can't you go to things?
For Kulox, her favorite type of dance has always been group dances.
You know, they have your back, they're there for you. You know, you come off stage and you know that you nailed it with your group, and there's a feeling of like family in that, and there's nothing that beats that feeling.
Even though Kulox values the community in the dance department, she looks forward to sharing it with the entire Elon community.
We're like our own little entity, like this performing arts program, and I think that it's really special that we get to show what we've been working for.
After the break, dancer Jenna Kulox will be joining us with an exclusive preview of what you can expect at Chroma. Stay tuned.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Welcome back, everyone. Right before the break, we gave you a look into the spring dance concert Chroma. Now we are joined by sophomore cast member Jenna Kulox. Thanks for joining us, Jenna.
Hi, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
What are you going to be performing for us today?
I'm going to be performing an excerpt from a piece by Galeem Dance Company, and it's called Pupil Suite. And this is pretty much the big dance section in the dance. We're all dancing together, high energy, lots of athletic movement. And
awesome.
Yeah,
that sounds so cool. I'm so excited to see it. But before we let you dance us off, we just want to thank you all for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Have a great day, Elon. Jenna, take it away.
ومليك من الهضرة سايطة خليك من الهضرة سايطة وخليك من الهضرة سايطة خليك من الهضرة سايطة